Mavericks go small. No Kristaps Porzingis. He's out with a knee injury. Jarrett Greenberg will have more on that. Landry Shamet gets a start for the third consecutive game. No Patrick Beverley again tonight for the Los Angeles Clippers. That is a huge loss for the Clippers, and there is a huge loss for the Dallas Mavericks. We're ready to go. Game 5 is underway from the arena. Second of our doubleheader of playoff basketball on TNT. Mavericks with the first possession here, decked out in the blue uniforms. This is technically a Clipper home game, and how about a hit right out of the gates? Tim Hardaway Jr. with the first strike of the night. You wonder where points, where success will come from with Porzingis out. So a lot of Tim Hardaway Jr. in Game 4, had 21 points. Mavericks have shown they have some balance. That's a good start. Paul George knocks down his first look.
I thought he'd come out and try to get his looks early, and the main reason is because his coach is a great coach, an ex-player, and he understands you got to get guys into rhythm. You got to believe in them.
Dorian Finney-Smith hits his first try. He was questionable today with hip problems, having pain in both sides of the hip. But he does answer the bell and hits his first shot. There's George, misfires, offensive rebound, a long one out to Marcus Morris. Doncic on Morris. That's been a matchup we've watched all series long.
Good D.
Finney-Smith rips down the board. They have alternated wins in this series. Doncic with the runner, scores in the lane.
Yeah. I'm sure we're going to keep talking about this because Doncic lives in the lane. All the principles that you like in basketball and that you like from the toughness from a basketball point of view.
Down in the corner, Hardaway with Kawhi on him. Now he shoots over Kawhi Leonard and hits a tough three-pointer. Tim Hardaway Jr. with 2 made threes to get his night started. Dallas has already got 3 on the board.
He and Trey Burke have done such a great job. Now, look for Dallas tonight to gamble a little bit, and they did on that last play with the double team on Kawhi. Desperate times calls for desperate measures. They don't have KP out there. That's Porzingis, and so they need to kind of be aggressive early.
Maxi Kleber has had a woeful shooting series. He misses another three-pointer. He's just 1 for 17 now. That was a hot pass, too tall for Zubats. Back the other way, Doncic kicks it. Bullet pass. And now Doncic will get it organized. Dallas up 11-7 as we just get underway here in the nightcap. Doncic all the way in, throws it down into second gear and still scores the basket.
Yeah, how about that screen by his big man? I mean, that's what you want, guys, getting you to the lane, giving you a little bit of extra room, and Cleveland that time doing a good job.
George gets a friendly bounce. Paul George had a great start to Game 4. He scored 7 points in the first quarter and then only made 1 basket the rest of the game. He's off to another good start here tonight. Clippers know they need a lot more of Paul George. Finney-Smith kicks it. Here's Kleber. He keeps firing and finally gets one to go.
And Luka looks at him and screams at him and tells him, you keep shooting the ball. And that's what a leader does. Those are the intangibles that you don't see at home. Keep encouraging your guys because he's going to play the right way and he's going to have to spread that ball around.
That's a good look from Finney-Smith. Here's Kawhi Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard gets his scoring started tonight. That's where the hands of Kawhi Leonard. Doncic with a turnover. That's Hardaway on Kawhi Leonard. They clear it out. He backs his way in. The turnaround is true.
Oh, man, was that a beautiful play. Anybody that's seen The Last Dance knows what Jordan, anybody that's a Kobe fan knows that it's 2
by Kawhi Leonard there. Burke's been terrific for the Mavericks. What a story he is, even competing in these playoffs. Here's George. Can't get the bounce. Keeps it alive. Another chance here for the Clippers. Paul George active early on the drive, trying to clear some space, and George scores at the basket. That'll be a timeout. Rick Carlisle and the Mavericks. 16-15. We're off and running.
Post game. Yeah, there's a famous quote by Martin Luther King, and I'll just paraphrase it, that it's not the words of your enemies that hurt you, but the silence of your friends. And I think that's the frustration that some NBA players feel, and they just feel that it could be them if not for the grace of God, and if not for their faces being on TV and being able to be recognized. And so just kudos to the guys for making sure that this wonderful distraction at times for those does not become a distraction from voting, from being participating in your community, and for making sure you put a focus on the killing of unarmed black men and women in America.
So heavy on the minds of every rational person in this country. Wisconsin's my home state, so certainly hits close to home. And right now we're praying for Jacob Blake. He's 29 years of age and he's fighting right now. Hopefully he does pull through this. Well, we need change, and we need to examine why we're here and own it and fix it. So it's understandable why these players have such great passion for it and using this platform to express themselves as they are. I give them a lot of respect for it. Exchanging baskets here as Doncic mixes off the back iron. Here come the Clippers with Kawhi Leonard at the controls. 7-point Clipper lead. Under 5.5 to go in this first quarter, and Kawhi pulls a long two and he hits it. That's a quick 8 in this first quarter for Kawhi Leonard. And how about a 16-0 run for
to keep imposing their will on you?
Well, and for Kawhi Leonard, it's simple math for him. His reach, his explosive leaping ability, he can get to a place with those jump hooks that most can't deny. There's Doncic, scores the runner, and he is screaming at the officials for an and one. So Luka, he's starting to drift into technical foul territory here shortly. Landry Shamet with a three. He is a shorter, does so off the glass. Easy for him.
Look for him to start being a little bit more aggressive. He was trying to get everybody in and get them a rhythm, but sometimes you got to keep the team in the game until the other guys catch up.
Doncic on Morris. Morris has been posting up Doncic when available. There's a pitch inside. Nice pass, Williams. Morris misses, but an offensive foul going the other way. Clear out's going to put the ball in the hands of the Mavericks. And it's a three from the corner. .27-4 run. Doncic misses. And Doncic, as Harrell is fouled. Free throws coming for Luka Doncic. You got the offensive board. Harrell wants an explanation.
Foul. That's the explanation.
He's giving him. Shot clock down to 8. Williams goes to work. Curry's on him. Behind the back. Kick it. Morris for three. Yes. Second made three from Marcus Morris. Leonard leads the Clippers with 13. Boban gets to the middle. He is fouled. Montrezl Harrell called for another foul. It's been a handful with Boban on the floor. Here's George. Morris keeps it alive. Kawhi runs it down. Shot clock is off. Leonard goes quickly. It scores the layup. Now Reggie Jackson on his way back, looking at his neck, the back of his head, after he took a spill just a moment ago. Jared will keep an eye on that story. Here's Doncic. Long three is up. No good. And that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. An impressive first quarter. An answer by the Clippers against Luka and the Mavericks. You're watching the NBA playoffs on TNT. First round coverage presented by